a friend of mine in the UK who I met at South by Southwest. He was an A&R guy for Christian Tattersfield's label called 14th Floor. And he had played the demos that we made with Jeff in the UK for his boss. They passed, but Alex was like, hey, I just signed this band Longview, and there's a new startup called Lizard King.
Yeah, Martin.
Yep. So he gave the demo to Ben Durling, and Ben called me, and he was like, these are amazing. You guys want to do a deal?
That's awesome.
So I was like, 5-year license, UK territory only.
Amazing.
I just want marketing money and guaranteed tour support. Don't need to give us an advance.
That's awesome.
So we did the deal.
It's a really reasonable deal.
Yeah. Brought us over. It was like 50-50 net profit split.
So good. This was like pretty revolutionary.
Pretty great terms.
20 years ago.
Yeah,
over
totally.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
We hired this guy, Stuart Bridgman. He brings the record into Zane Lowe. Zane freaked. He played it. I think he was the first guy to play it in the world. All of a sudden, it just started blowing up. Then the NME's calling. We want to do a radar feature, 2 pages. Can we come to Vegas? We were just doing shows at this drag club called Tramps.
Really?
And wearing the heavy eyeliner.
Okay.
Sold out.
Okay.
All the A&R people from the UK were primarily coming over to see the band.
To Vegas?
Yeah, to
that
Vegas.
Had to be real sloppy.
Oh, yeah. The next day, we were in Leor Cohen's house.
Right.
We did the deal at his house, and then they were upstairs playing with his very expensive turntable. And then the next day, they popped Cristal and signed the deal.
That's so cool.
Radical.
That's great, man. Funny because it's one of those things that actually succeeded. Because you often hear these stories of like bands that are incredibly hyped, and then they're like, what happened to it? You know, like the chase used to be bigger in the 90s, in the 2000s. Now it's like deals are done in a day, and like, you know, it's all, you know, based off of algorithms, or not algorithms, metrics, analytics. You know, like I had this assistant at the last label I worked for, not my first assistant who was great, but the second guy that I was asked to hire because he was good with data. And I sent him a SoundCloud link. He was like in his early 20s. I was trying to teach him how to do A&R. And I sent him a SoundCloud link. I'm like, what do you think of this? And like within 5 minutes, and there's like 8 songs on it, so there's no way to listen to it in 5 minutes. I get this email back and it's like, 10 million streams, doing this on SoundCloud, this many Instagram likes, this many Facebook, you know, interactions. And I'm like, bzzz, come into my office. He comes into my office and I'm like, yo, dude, thanks for all that information. What'd you think of the music? And he's like, I didn't listen to it. So that was like the state of A&R. I'm like, check, please.
Check, please.
Yeah, I mean, it got to the point where it's like things that would take a shit on stage would still get signed. And after post Killers, you went back into A&R?
Went back into A&R, got hired by Columbia. I think Donnie Einer was there at the time.
I worked for Donnie.
And Jaberga was
in
there.
In the 90s, 94 to 98, I worked for Don Einer.
That was one of the most amazing meetings ever because I come in, he's like, hey, listen to this new David Gilmour record.
Oh, okay.
Let's listen to this Prince project.
Yeah.
You know, just going down the list.
Yeah.
Then he looks at me and he goes, hey, do you want to do a deal? And I was like, sure.
I got hired at Columbia Records in 94.
I thought you didn't know that it was a job interview.
I didn't know it was a job interview.
Yeah.
I literally didn't. I got a call from David Kahn, who was the head of A&R at the time. He's still one of my favorite producers and mentors. And he's like, will you come to New York and meet with me? He's like super gentle, you know, soft-spoken. And I go, cool. And like we sat in his office and talked about esoteric German ambient music and like Bobby Bird and the JB Horns and like just weird punk shit and funk and like Fishbone, because he produced Fishbone and I loved Fishbone. Like a week later, I'd quit my job as the head of music at Urban Outfitters, where I started that program in 93.
Wow.
And I was running our punk label, our hardcore label, Watermark, from a loft in Philadelphia.
I always love the name of that label, by the way.
Thank you.
Watermark?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's great.
Yeah, so I was sitting in the windowsill drinking coffee. This was before I got into pot. And was pensively watching the, you know, the cars go over the Ben Franklin Bridge. And I'm like, and the phone rings, and it's like, brrr, you know, and I go and I run over and I get it, and it's like, hey, this is David Kahn calling on my cell phone. And this is like 93, 94, so his cell phone had to be like one of those
probably
giant
in his car, dude.
Colombian.
Probably in his car.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm here producing a record, but will you come work for me? And I'm like, yes, I will. And I don't think it was a job interview. I think it was a hang to like see if we liked each other. I mean, there was a lot of love in that room. But the same deal. Like a week later, I was working for him, and I then about 6 months later, they're like, "Are you going to move to New York?" because I was still in Philly.
But there wasn't much going on in
Philly wasn't happening yet.
Are you from Philly?
Yeah, well, we're from Cherry Hill, which is like, there's
yeah.
a joke that people are like, I'm from Philly. Well, not really. I'm from Cherry Hill.
But we went to high school in North Philadelphia.
But we did go to high school at St. Joe's Prep. What's up, Jesuits?
Did the Warped Tour roll through there?
I don't know.
Yeah, but we never went to that.
That was not my thing.
That was like too commercial for us.
I got you.
Yeah, I was like, nah, screw that thing.
The big thing when we were like 17 was Lollapalooza.
But I didn't go to that either.
We were like really couldn't stand Jane's Addiction either. So it was like anything that was like sort of like edgy, almost on the edge of punk, we could not fucking stand.
Well, yeah, because
it
we
was
were into
encroaching on our territory.
Yeah, we were into
Yes.
real punk.
We were like complete purists.
What are some of your favorite punk
Dead
acts?
Kennedys.
Dead Kennedys,
Yeah.
of course.
Dead
Bad
Kennedys
Brains.
grew up. Bad Brains.
Yeah,
I have a new Bad Brains tattoo on my armpit.
Yeah, you do.
I
Don't
really
you?
do. Yeah. It's,
Got
it's, peeling
suspended
right now.
from 8th grade for like a week for playing California Uber Alice at our talent show.
California, over Alice, California,
There'd be a movie about like our entire 7th and 8th grade experience of being punk rockers in Cherry Hill. Like of just like
Skateboarding to
just
school.
getting sucker punched. Yeah.
So did you guys read Thrasher?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
was
My
like
fingers
same
were all
age,
black.
man.
Same.
Maximum rock and
Yeah,
roll.
to your finger.
Did you guys book shows?
Yeah, man, we did a
Absolutely.
lot of
Are you kidding?
shows in
wow.
South
We
Jersey.
did hardcore shows. Then we moved
Vision,
into doing electronic
Lifetime,
shows. And well, for our rave company, we were called Pure Children.
Yeah.
Okay.
But back then it was Watermark.
It was Watermark.
Oh,
Presents,
cool.
You know,
Cool.
And we became hardcore ravers after we went on our first tour.
We were 16.
16. We were in
Holland.
Rotterdam at the Park Zieg.
The band we were touring with was like,
Yeah.
do you want to go to a
This was
rave?
like a Tuesday night, man.
We didn't know Bonsai Records and R&S Records and all these
Any
like,
of this hardcore
legendary
stuff.
techno
Yeah.
labels were from Holland.
Right.
And we went there and we heard some of the like most seminal
Yeah.
rave records of all time that night. And
that
the
were
DJs
like
played.
actually popular records at
Yeah.
the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you say rave culture, I mean, was it born out of the Hacienda in Manchester or elsewhere?
Everywhere.
Yeah,
I think it
definitely.
can, certainly
Yeah.
the Hacienda has a lot to
Yeah,
do with it. There's a debate as to whether it started in LA or Brooklyn, but it really started in Brooklyn. Yeah, the rave
wow.
scene in America.
For sure.
Wow.
America.
Yeah. And what else are you working with? Is any of your bands playing any festivals this summer?
Yes. Will Dorado's got a couple. They're doing Boston Calling.
Nice.
Akira Galaxy, a new signing.
Akira Galaxy, great
Yeah,
name.
she's
Cool name.
playing Ohana Fest
Was that in Japan?
I think it's Del Mar, like near San Diego.
Oh, okay, not Japan.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
Well, Hana means what? Flower.
We signed this new artist, Katumu. Totally gets the social media game, and you see her participation in that crossing over into streaming.
Awesome.
That's
because
good.
she
So she's
engages.
That's super
literate.
unique to see that, right?
Yeah, she really engages with every like, comment. She's amassed an email list of a couple thousand people, which has become her focus group.
Right.
So when she writes a new demo,
Yep.
emails it to them,
Yep.
and she gets real-time feedback.
That's incredible.
Absolutely.
We've seen her streams
Yeah.
go from like, I think it's 30,000 a month. Now they're over 400,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
a big
sustainable
jump.
career, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real.
And are there any videos we can see on YouTube or anything like
Oh,
that?
definitely. Also signed this woman named Fauna Hughes, R&B artist.
Wow.
Her first release we put out is a song called Icarus. It was like an HBO show where they played it in the trailer credits. I think it was called Insecure, maybe.
Okay. I don't know.
If I get that right. But the song is Shazam like crazy in all the urban markets. So then she got discovered by Tyler, the Creator, and cut a record with him.
Amazing.
And it's got something like 500 million streams
Wow.
on it.
Wow.
So we're getting a platinum disc.
Wow,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
dude.
That's awesome.
Thank you. You both have obviously had your own careers post Watermark
Sure.
and successful. So what made you guys go, hey, we're going to get back together as brothers and do something creative together?
Oh, that's a good question, man.
Or have you always been
No,
creatively
I mean, tangentially, Earth Program existed after we had labels and collected a lot of master recordings and publishing. It became sort of a clearinghouse name for licensing, pretty much, right, Joel?
Yeah, it was like a conglomerate, like hybrid copyright company of masters and publishing. And then we were like, man, we really have a great network of people that we can work with. Why
Right.
don't we go back to what we were doing? It's 20 years later. We still have the same name. We still have, all the vitality to do this and all the interest to do this.
Yeah.
And now we're plugged in even more.
Right.
So, why don't we really kind of run with the ball a little bit?
Yeah, we're trading on the relationships that we built over 30 years.
Yeah.
A lot of these people that you deal with are the same people we deal with, and they're
Yep.
friends first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then they happen to be running companies. So we're like, hey, dude, You know, like what might take somebody 10 years to do, we get done in a day. Right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
there's a lot
So we're
of
just
goodwill.
we're basically offering our channels.
You know what they say? It's like we're only as strong as the music
Yeah.
and our relationships.
Yeah, 100%. So
Yeah.
we're offering guidance, I guess is the word. I mean, our tagline is do it yourself, but don't do it alone.
I like
So-
that. And how'd the name Earth Program come together?
What was the impetus, George?
I
Joel
think
and
it was
sitting-
we were reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And there was the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42, as computed by the Earth Deep Thought. We were like, oh, Earth is a program. You know, Earth is, and we're all the diodes running around on the Earth,
Yeah.
creating these little sub programs and stuff. And then my wife was like, it's not space program, Earth program. And I was like, oh, that's even better. And where'd Bright Antenna come from?
Okay, Bright Antenna came from a Rush song, Spirit of the Radio.
Oh,
I
right.
love
right
the
on.
spirit of the radio. We got to a friendly voice.
Yeah.
So how can we tell our listeners, our viewers, our huge studio audience here to check out Bright Antenna?
You know, check out Instagram.
What is your
it's
Instagram?
At Bright Antenna. And
It'll come up.
Go to brightantenna.com. We also have our own playlists on
Oh, yeah.
the various streaming
Yeah.
services.
Yeah, that's kind of a big one, right?
I think there's one called After School Indie Pop, and we've got tens of thousands of followers on that.
That's
Amazing.
great.
I follow
so
it.
people approach us. And
Can we
go,
get on that?
Yeah. Hey, can
Well, thank you for coming in, Braden.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
appreciate you. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
awesome.
man, you got the right facial hair for today. Thank you guys.
Hey, thank you guys
Thanks,
so much.
Braden. I appreciate
Great to
you.
see you
All
both.
right,
All
this was a
right.
fun episode, man.
Yay!